I'm really excited about the possibilities of LoRa, so low-rank adaptation models, aka reproducing faces or products.
It's the next phase of Copilot that allows you to build AI agents.
I'm honestly, super excited about just getting compute to be more affordable, and like getting models to be more efficient.
I think this is going to be a major leap.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on, everything from lip sync and motion capture that I think is going to be really cool for like 3D or yeah, movie or whatever applications. I'm really excited about the possibilities of
AI that can, I don't know, interpret.
It's not going to be like a specific capability that we'll see. It's going to talk about like the technology, how it evolves. I'm really excited to see about how things are going to get much faster, calculating computing time, calculating all of the algorithms that are in the back end side are going to be way more efficient, and things are going to look are going to feel a lot faster. I think this is going to be a major leap.
Advancement in AI that we're trying to push as Rubber Band is we're trying to have a tight integration between all of these different products that you can use. And this is like a major problem these days because all of these people are releasing their own models, their own APIs, their own like UI for it. And we see that everyone in our community basically has like 100 different subscriptions. And
that's right.
And like more than just managing the subscriptions, right? Which is a huge problem. But like, sure, anyone can solve that by just putting all of them together. I think like actually having a tight integration between them is much more important.
Did you hear Sam Altman said that we can get to AGI with the current hardware? What did you think of that?
I don't know. I think AGI, in some Altman, he's raising big funding rounds. He's got
huge.
To put out,
Probably the biggest in the world.
He's exactly, biggest in the world. So he's got to hype it up. He's got to get everybody going. Investing and putting in a lot of money.
Do you think he's doing an Elon Musk? I reckon we can get to Mars by 2019 for sure.
It sounds a lot like that.
Yeah.
He's still got some. He's still got some trust. That Elon Musk unfortunately lost with trying to push robo taxis, and it's a fantastic idea. I'd love to see it happen. But I think anybody believes it's going to happen. And AGI, it's a very elusive thing. I don't know. Like what even is AGI to Sam Altman?
Yeah, definition just keeps changing day by day. I thought there's a Chinese guy I was watching the other day. He said AGI is when it's 1,000 times smarter than us.
Well, I'm most excited about the 3D because I'm kind of really passionate about the 3D. But the most important one in AI as advancing is it actually disturbed the human mind in the sense that we are talking about AI. We're not neglected because 2 years ago, if you say artificial intelligence, it was like you are saying groceries or, okay. But right now it catches attention. Now, I'm not sure if it is a bubble. A lot of people think it is a bubble, but probably it's not. But I think the most important thing is it's a disturbing factor in the sense that it makes people think more. And also with AI, you have more data, more information. Therefore, your brain is bombarded with more information. Therefore, you use more your brain.
So just for instance, right, you might have like image to video from Kling along with a Black Forest Flux model or a Midjourney model image, right? And then you might extend that using some VFX tooling. You might want it in a video editor. And I think this like product that is able to basically kind of, you can think of it as like iMovie with like image generation and video generation and like sound to like tightly integrated. I think that product could go really well. And that's what we're trying to build at Rubber Band.
Because, one thing I think just the consideration of how much power this is consuming, and it's just going up. But then on the other hand, it's like just, this also translates into costs, right? And it, like actually power is not the biggest problem. The biggest factor of the cost is actually hardware, is the GPUs. It's very expensive. And what I think is really interesting is, as these things are going to get more affordable, also services are going to get more, more affordable and more accessible. Because today, if you offer image generation and you want, offer like tons of credits that you need for a professional package for somebody to actually use it at work, this is probably going to cost like tens, maybe even hundreds of dollars in compute. It's like, it's very non-marginal. So when we're going to get to the same level we were able to get with just, web serving and web applications, something that AWS basically kind of offered, but I'm not saying AWS actually decreased the cost of hardware like that. This is going to be, I think, a big change, because, like today, it's hard to offer, freemium products in AI because it costs so much, right? And we could have so many more free tools, so many more ad supported tools, cheaper subscriptions. I think it's just going to be great for everybody, and just the pace of innovation.
I work with brains, so I'm very interested in AI that can, I don't know, interpret things to do with our brains, without necessarily going into like the dystopian, reading your thoughts kind of element. But if there's ways of, communication ease, for example, or mentalization ease, or being able to have impact in remote ways, which sound or feel a little bit more telepathic. I think it's quite interesting to be able to look at how AI is going to be, impacting on our brains as well. How it's going to, like you were saying, think about the way that we connect with each other, that we have our sort of interpersonal spaces. Also, the thing that I'm working on is to do with what they might call affective computing, which is essentially looking at emotions, and how that can be interesting in the way that AI might interact with you, and how you might interact with another human being.
Images, and like we talked a little bit about before, the fact that Kling now in their CPP program has video LoRa's, or at least that you can upload a video of yourself, and under the hood in their interface you can then use that to produce videos of yourself. I'm not sure, I think it only works for human faces, but imagine the same with product, that we put a Chanel bottle, we film it, and now you can use it to produce videos. But I think that's pretty mind-blowing, and someone who is involved in quite a bit of advertising and commercials, I think that's profoundly interesting how we can mix that, as well as mixing it with real photography and everything from relighting people and putting them underwater or whatever it might be, to do these really beautiful art directed, amazingly visually pleasing advertisements, basically. So a lot going on and a lot coming
in these tools, because it will make these tools more practical for people to actually use them. And I think this is going to be the next major leap in the capabilities, because then more and more people will be able to use them and understand how to facilitate them into their day-to-day jobs and missions and things that they want to achieve. So I think this is going to be the next major thing. Also, I'm referencing the product I'm working on, LTX Studio. This is something that was super important for us to do. We have put a lot of efforts into making the model that we use run very fast, because we understand how, for professional people, if they need something to be done, they need to be able to do it fast. They can't wait for it to happen. They'll just do it themselves. So when you use a tool, you need to know that it's efficient enough. And I think that's one major leap that's now happening, and we'll see evolving, like, I don't know, maybe hopefully like the Moore law of like an exponential growth with chips that stopped, of course, I think in 2010s. But yeah, I think it's a big leap we're seeing evolving right now with AI.
Well, I'm most excited about the 3D because I'm kind of really passionate about the 3D. But the most important one in AI as advancing is it actually disturbed the human mind, in the sense that we are talking about AI. We're not neglected, because 2 years ago, if you say artificial intelligence, it was like you are saying groceries, or like, okay. But right now it gets attention. Now I'm not sure if it is a bubble. A lot of people think it is a bubble, but probably it's not. But I think the most important thing is it's a disturbing factor, in the sense that it makes people think more. And also with AI, you have more data, more information. Therefore, your brain is bombarded with more information. Therefore, you use more your brain.
So yes, so one of the biggest things we're really interested in right now from the enterprise sides, not the open source side, is Copilot Studios. It should be releasing later on this month. And what Copilot Studios is it's the next phase of Copilot that allows you to build AI agents. They're really focusing on marketing, customer service, sales. They're really trying to break down the process of how a human being is actually working in and alongside these agents at the same time. So no different than you have a chief of staff right now managing all the individuals in your company. The same type of hierarchy system is going to be happening with agents. So understanding how different agents are pulling what data sets from where and what tasks are being assigned to what agents, this hopeful studio is going to allow to make it as simple as possible. So that's one of the neat technologies that I think is coming out that people should be paying attention to.
So I hope you liked listening to those experts. You can watch this show on YouTube and get it on your TV at home in 1920 by 1080. Ooh. And you can also like our LinkedIn page, which is AImode, and that's on the screen right now. Should be some QR codes that you can scan. All right, until next time, guys, I shall see you soon. Bye.